Hi, my name is Amy. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my craft space. It is a work in progress. And speaking of which, I am going to show you how to recover a desk or any flat surface with a roll of vinyl. In this instance, it's going to be my craft desk, which is actually already done. I'll show you after pictures later. But this can be applied to any of those surfaces. Thank you so much for joining me.
Okay, so I am getting ready to, this is my, here, I'll back up. It's kind of a mess. I have everything off. Look how much wall space I have when I don't have stuff all over the place. This desktop, I wanted it to be white for ages, and I'm finally doing it. I have a scraper. This lamp is just gonna have to stay here because I don't want to dig the cord out from under my desk. And this is the vinyl I got from Amazon, and I will link it. We'll see how it goes. I've never used it before, but on first inspection, it's actually pretty thick. It's hard to tell, but it's not like a contact paper. It's actually a little thicker, which I'm really excited about because I was afraid that the wood color would show through. It's also the texture. It's really hard to see, but you can see this fake wood texture. This is almost exactly the same texture. Excuse me. It's like a matte finish, and it's almost the same texture, which I'm really excited about. So we'll see how this goes.
Okay, so I started by laying out the vinyl and putting a few pieces of masking tape on the back side to secure it. Now, it's important to note that this was a little easier because I wasn't worried about covering the back or the sides. So here I'm still laying it out, and then I'm going to peel back the vinyl and then just fold the paper back. So that's what I'm doing right here. I just folded a little bit back and started. You will not regret going slowly. The slower you go, I mean, I'm speeding this up 4 or 5 times. I was trying to move pretty slow. Going slow and using the scraper constantly is the key to keeping bubbles out. If you do have bubbles, take a pin and just pop a tiny hole right where the bubble is and then smooth over it, and you won't be able to tell. It cleans it up really nicely. So I just kept going along and scooting the paper. The paper actually peeled off pretty easily, so I didn't have a problem peeling it away as I went, and that really helped. I'll link a similar scraper. You may already have one for crafting. I think this is actually like a wallpaper scraper that I had in my toolbox. So the hardest part was the edges. I found it easy, and honestly, the front edge didn't turn out perfect, but that's because the front edge that I was working with was actually unfinished, so it has quite a bit of texture, and that did make it harder. So what I did was actually pulled the edge of the vinyl towards me slightly, making absolutely sure there was no extra air, and that helped keep a nice crisp edge. So I kind of creased it a little bit, and then I pulled and then pulled towards me and down, and that worked the best. And then I didn't worry as much about the corners because they weren't going to be seen. I don't have great tips for the corners, honestly. I wasn't super thrilled with how they turned out on another project, so I just didn't worry about them because for this particular scenario, they won't even show. I cannot emphasize enough, go slow with this. And then here is the before and the after. And you can see how it just brightens up the space so much. Okay, I also covered this white bin was actually black, and I covered that with the vinyl as well to keep everything cohesive. And then the shelf on the right hand side I actually purchased from a secondhand store, and it was yellowing, so I actually covered it with the same vinyl to match the desktop, and I'm so glad I did because it looks so much better. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope it was helpful.